Good morning, everyone. Before I go to school, I want to record this video. I asked you guys over on Instagram at Denise Wisestorm, what is the reason you missed the All-Star stable? And so today I'm going to be reading all of your responses while training Chunky Beans. So let's go right into it. Star Stable wasn't so hungry for money. That is true. But I feel like just because they were at the beginning of the game and all that kind of stuff, they also didn't have a huge audience and a player base. So they couldn't really ask for much money from them because they were just starting to build their audience. And if they were to ask for a lot of money in the beginning, the players would have probably just left the game. And back then, Star Stable didn't have that many employees to pay, so that's why they probably didn't ask for that much money at the beginning of the game. The game wasn't that founded and grounded, if that makes sense. Wasn't that stable. Because I was younger back then. It's not Star Stable, it's me. Wow, I relate so much, April. I feel like, in my opinion, the game has gotten better over the years. The only thing that has changed is the way that I perceive the game, because I've grown so much ever since. Think about it, I literally started playing this game when I was 13, in 2015. Now, this month, I'm turning 19, so been playing this game for almost 6 years. That's literally insane. The horses have gotten better, the graphics have gotten better, but I've grown up, and of course, I don't find the game as satisfying as I used to anymore, but I still like the game, obviously, because I'm playing it. But on the other hand, there are some aspects of the game that have, in my opinion, gone bad, like the community and stuff. It used to be different when I used to play this game in 2015, 2016. The community was different in a good way. Not everyone was trying to be an ambassador. Am I living under a rock or something? Who's trying to be an ambassador? If Star Stable were to ask me if I wanted to be an ambassador, I'd politely say no. Because I feel like that would constrict me so much regarding my freedom of speech. I feel like I would have to sugarcoat the game a lot, which I never do and I never will, so. But do people actually want to be ambassadors? Like, I didn't know that. Honestly, just a pure nostalgia. Nothing really stands out except maybe things were cheaper then. Yeah, the nostalgia is something I also really miss about the game. The game was so simple and so less complex. We only had a few horse breeds to choose from. And there is so much beauty in simplicity. Because once we have a lot of options to choose from, we become very ungrateful and discontent. Which sucks, but it'd be like that. When you have everything that you ever wanted, this is also in real life, when you have everything, you're extremely wealthy and stuff. Not that I would know. You no longer feel grateful, or as grateful. I miss the memories in the community. Less people, so everyone knew everyone. Plus we had more free time, so everyone played more. Got more excited about the game and the updates. That is so true. I feel like so many of us, at least my friends that I used to play with on Star Stable, we've all just grown up so quickly, and it's like we used to play this game so much more, we used to spend so much more time together, and now we just go on about our lives alone, and it's not a bad thing. It's, when you grow up, obviously things change and the priorities change too, so you no longer play Star Stable that much, you do other things in your real life, which makes sense, but that is true. We used to play this game so much more, and we used to be so much more excited about the updates and stuff, and it's not always about Star Stable, it's also about us, if we don't like the game that much anymore, it's because we have changed, not Star Stable necessarily. Because I'm getting older and play more games than Star Stable. I want a time where Star Stable was special. See, again, about aging and about maturing makes a lot of sense. I also play other games. I barely play Star Stable. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mainly play Overwatch though. Buying a horse was exciting. Nowadays, it's something we do all the time. That is so true. This is exactly what I was talking before about, being content and grateful. It's like once you have so much abundancy, you no longer feel that grateful, and that feeling, that excitement that you would feel when you would buy a new horse like once in 3 months was so much bigger than it is now when we buy a horse literally every single month, I remember I used to buy horses very rarely. Like, I used to buy a horse maybe like once in like 3 months, and I would overthink my purchase months before, and I would, save up my star coins. I wouldn't really buy star coins back then, and it was more exciting, even though I had less horses. When I would actually purchase a horse, I felt more happy than I do now when I buy horses, because I buy so many of them. It's no longer like that big of a deal. I have the feeling most of the players never started drama ever in global in the old times. I feel like I never actually took part of a drama in the global chat. Like, I don't ever remember, opening up the global chat and being like, Drama. Never seen a drama in the chat, I think. I mean, not in the chat. In the chat I've taken part of dramas before when I was really young and I played this game because I was really dumb. But now I just don't really see anyone fighting in the global chat. Is that normal? Am I living under a rock again? Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Quests didn't take 100 years to be released. That is true. We barely get any quests nowadays, and if we do, they're very, very short and they're really annoying. Like, I haven't even done... Oh, okay. Haven't even done the new quest that we got this Wednesday because people told me that they were really disappointed. The one with the squirrel, chipmunk, whatever it is, because it took them like 10 seconds to finish it and they were like disappointed. I haven't done it because I recorded my how I got banned video that day and I didn't have time to, you know, do the quests. And I really didn't care about it, honestly, because I just don't really care about small updates. They're really annoying. I mean, they're not annoying, they're just like a bit disappointing, but all the good YouTubers were still making videos like Elisa Darkstar, Jenny Whaletoon, Sarah Sunfall. Oh yeah, I remember that. I used to watch Sarah Sunfall all the time. I used to love his shortcuts videos. They were just the bomb, if you know what I mean. He's the king of shortcuts. But again, as we grow up, things change and priorities in our lives change. And I'm sure his priorities also change in his life, which is normal. The old cat on the loading screen. Oh yeah, I remember that. The bright pink screen with the bright orange cat. That is really nostalgic indeed. The old pants file to delete, and that's how to become a wild horse. I remember that. For the newer players watching this video, when we didn't have the option to become a wild horse, we asked for this update for like years, and Star Stable has finally given us, and I feel like no one uses this. At least I never use it. We couldn't become a wild horse unless we went to the files from our computer to the Star Stable Online folder. And we would delete all the pants files and then update the game. And we had no writer. It was funny, I remember that. That was a lot of work. A lot of work for what? For becoming a wild horse? One of my first videos on my old channel was actually a video on how to do that bug. Different horses had different speeds, that's true, and I kind of missed that too. I wish this game was a bit more realistic, as in, you know, maybe slower the ponies down a bit, which I know, don't come for me, I know it's annoying, but wouldn't it be cool if we had like special horses just for racing like it is in real life? Like, let's say the English thoroughbreds that are race horses were the fastest in the game, followed by the American quarter horses. That would be really cool, at least in my opinion. I would like that. And then if we had horses for barrel racing, like the quarters, if they were, you know, specialized in that. And then if we had horses for dressage that were, you know, better. I mean, we don't even have dressage in the game, but you get my point. That would be really cool in my opinion. Exciting and more interesting updates that weren't almost always new horses, lol. Yep, I kind of agree on that. We are getting a lot of new horses and not many new things to do in the game. But I feel like, wow, I have so many quests to do in Tabletop Village that I haven't done. But I feel like we did get more stuff to do in the game. Like, we got a Droid Paddock thing. We didn't have this 1 year ago, right? We got it in April last year, I believe. I might be wrong. The game in 2015, 2016 wasn't that evolved. And we didn't really have many things to do. We didn't have the Farah workshop, even though that's not like a huge thing. We didn't have the Winter Village, even though that's temporary. We didn't have the Droid Paddock. We didn't have... what else? I mean, Star Stable hasn't really added that many things if we think about it. If I think about it, I even talked about this in my Dear Star Stable Please Stop video. Star Stable indeed hasn't added many new things to do in the game, so it feels like the game is still almost the same as it was in the beginning. The community wasn't as toxic and it felt so much more happier. Yeah, because we were younger, I believe. You know, we were more innocent and happier, and I think that's why we've grown up, which is normal. The fact that I still was exploring new places, that is so true. I miss doing that. When I first got Star Stable, for me it was so wonderful to discover new areas. It was like, I felt like this game was so huge and I wouldn't ever be able to fully discover it because it has so many sides to it and so many, you know, new areas and stuff. But fast forward to now when I basically feel like I know this place very, very well, the whole map, and it's just nothing's that exciting anymore. But I love the new area, the Tabletop Village. I love it so much. It's really good. We didn't get a new horse each month. New horse breeds don't feel as special anymore. That is true. I talked about this. That's true. It do be like that. I miss long necks and nothing else. When we first got the long necks, I hated them so much, and I feel like a lot of us hated them, and it was a huge shock for us. But now if I look back at the way the characters looked like, they literally looked like they had no neck. Literally. They look so freaking weird. They didn't push horses out like crazy. Like maybe every month a new horses would come out from Worcestershire. We had to wait and had to save for the horse. That is true. I see a lot of people are upset about this, that we're getting way too many horses released. And now we're also getting the Finn horses on the 3rd of April, I believe. Wow, this is so true. It felt more like family back then because the game was still small, just homey, and Star Stable listened. That is so true. The game was so much smaller and it felt like a community, like a very close family. Now the game is so much bigger and expanded and stuff, so it doesn't feel as friendly and warm anymore. Do people still join this game? Like, that's my question, because I have this constant feeling that the only people playing this game are the old players, but in the same time, like, no, there's no way. There's literally no way. Like, deep down, I know that there are so many people that have joined the game, like in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, but I just don't know where they are. I'm just so confused. I don't know, I have surrounded myself only with people that have started playing this game, like, 2014, 2015, 2016, kind of, you know? So it's like, do people actually join this game, or is it like, you know what I mean? Am I an old player? That's the question. 2015. I joined this game in 2015. Would I be considered an old player? You guys let me know down below. I don't know. I wasn't playing just yet, but I wish we still had snow on Jorvik for Christmas. Oh yeah, I definitely missed that. That was really cool. Because it actually felt like winter in the game. Now we only have the winter village, which I really like the winter village, I'm not gonna lie. But it would be really cool if we had snow all around Jorvik. Graphic designs, fjords, non-toxic people, and also chat where you could actually type by every language. How about you? Oh, thanks for asking. What I personally miss is being young again, not gonna lie, because that's why I really enjoy this game, because I was really young and I wasn't stressed out about anything. I would just wake up, you know, go to school, come back, and then just play this game all the time. But now since I've grown up, I don't find this game as exciting as I used to anymore, and I also have different priorities in life. I can't play this game non-stop, you know, I have stuff to do. And I have a lot of stress, which I didn't have back then when I was younger. I could just play Star Stable and, you know, not think about anything else. Never played when it was old, wouldn't have liked it anyway. See, I have this feeling that people that have just joined the game when now it's more, you know, evolved and looks better and stuff, the graphics are better, the horses are more, we have more horse breeds and the horses look better. I feel like they wouldn't actually like the old game, but only us, the old players, we can really understand why we missed the old Star Stable and what that felt like. Because it wasn't so much about the game, it was more about the feeling you would get, and it was more about the way the game made you feel. It wasn't so much about appearances and the way the game looked like. It was more about the way it made you feel, and it was more about the community and the warmth you would feel by playing this game, and the nostalgia. And back then in 2012, when the game first came out, the game industry wasn't that developed, so we couldn't really compare this game to other games and be like, oh, Star Stable's graphics is trash. No, for that time, 2012, the game actually looked really, really good. At least that's what I think. Getting really hyped up for horses because they only came out like once a month. No, they came out like once in 3 months, and the feeling we would get when we saw Star Stable posting the news telling us there's a new horse coming out and like that there's a new horse breed coming out, we would be so freaking excited. I remember when the Libidziners came out, I was so freaking excited. Or when the English Thoroughbreds came out, the first generation, I was so excited, dude. I really miss, you know, being hyped up over the new horses coming out. But now I can't really be that excited. Even though when the Golden Ponies came out, bro, let me tell you, I felt the excitement in my veins, because these little bad boys, they look really good. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. We would be more hyped up when we would, you know, find out that there was a new horse coming out, because, you know, we would only get a horse like once in like 3 months. So yeah, I missed that. I have a question for my old fellow players. Do you guys remember when there was this bug when you would jump, press X, which is hard stop, and then you would move like this. You would move like this. Oh, I thought it still worked. I thought the bug still worked. So you would jump, you would press X, and then move the arrow key to the right or to the left, and your horse would just stay still and move like this. And it would constantly keep on going. I remember that bug, I remember that, and I really miss it. It used to be really fun. I sadly couldn't get through all of your responses, guys, because I received so many, but I really got the idea, and I really understand now what we actually miss about this game, what you guys miss about this game. So the nostalgia, the loading screen with the cat, Star Stable not being so greedy and money hungry, more consistent updates and less horses, us being younger and, you know, with no expectations. Yep, I can relate to literally all of those. Anyway, guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do, at Denise Wisestorm. I post there quite often asking you guys for your responses, just like I did for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please like it, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone!